We are looking at a nice beach day tomorrow. Temperatures will be a smidgen warmer than they were today, more so in the 70s. We're in the upper 60s at the shoreline today. We'll go about 72 on average. I think some spots get a little warmer than that. But we're looking at a nice day mix of sun and clouds. I'd say more sun than clouds at the beach. That is pretty much following the narrative the last couple of days where you saw those convective clouds popping up inland, and it was really just nice and clear along the shoreline. So that'll be pretty similar tomorrow. Slight chance of pop-up shower inland. I think, again, we do not see that at the beach. Bay and ocean waves on the small side, good visibility. There are your tides as well. And we're looking at, again, pretty nice conditions at the beach itself. Just make sure to lather on that sunscreen. The sun is so very strong this time of year. It's about the strongest it's going to be. Temperature could fool you sometimes, especially a little bit breezier at the shoreline. You may forget to reapply. Definitely do not. And of course, the water is very cold as well. Quiet stuff here across the Northeast. Again, even with the clouds, we shower free again today. Watch. You're going to see a little speck of green or two here across the map. There they are in the afternoon. So it's certainly possible, but other than that, a pretty nice day again tomorrow. Now, then it starts to turn a little bit more summer feel as we head into Thursday, warmer, a little bit more humid as well, and that's culminating on Friday. Temperatures will be in the 80s both days. I think we have some shots to get 90s inland, so we'll throw the hot word on here, but that's all going to get put out by the cold front arriving, and there could be some pretty strong thunderstorms in here. We are tracking the severe possibility. We really start to fine-tune that when it gets a little bit later, but looking at some of the parameters, the atmospheric parameters tonight, I do think there's a possibility for a strong storm or two, but of course those parameters tend to weaken as they reach us here in Rhode Island and parts of southeast Mass, so maybe not as bad for us. We will, again, keep you posted on that. Notice something else here, kind of sneaks into the picture here at the very end. Much drier air coming up over the weekend. The humidity bottoms out Friday night, and Saturday and Sunday are looking superb for Father's Day. I've been kind of joking that a couple of the weekends that we've had, it's going to be very hard to top them. I think this has a chance to do it, a real good one at that. Really not much more you can say about that. Upper 70s to around 80, low humidity, and lots of sun. I mean, picture perfect stuff. Summer, though, is making a big push next week. We've got really the hazy, hot, humid weather that we get in, July and August. That's hanging out here down across the deep south as it tends to do so. That's going to make a little bit of a push. At least it's going to turn a little bit more humid here as we head towards the end of the week. We get a little bump in the jet stream here, but it's not going to be anything sweltering like what we're looking at next week. So again, a quiet weekend here, a little dip in the jet stream. That's your cold front coming through on Friday, and again, cleansing things out and giving us that comfier air off to the north. But then look at this big ridge that comes in here as we go through the weekend and into next week. More so, it's going to be Monday into Tuesday is when we start to kick off that heat, and then Wednesday into Thursday, we get the peak of the heat. First 90-degree day possible here in Providence for sure, and 3 days in a row, remember, is a heat wave. I think, again, many are going to get a heat wave north and west of us. It's just a matter of how close we get to 90 here. A bit of semantics. It'll feel like a heat wave for everybody. We did not hit our 90-degree day until September 7th last year. We have a chance to do it much earlier this year. And wouldn't you know it, today, June 11th, that's typically when we get our first 90-degree day of the year. So it is not abnormal whatsoever. Again, beautiful Father's Day weekend. Once that cold front comes through, temperatures will briefly cool down before heading back up and close to 90 degrees by the time we get to Tuesday.